I always thought कि Germany में English तो like I can make it work. It was totally out.
No go.
Yeah, it was the biggest shock for me. And then I reached the hotel. I took one room, and then I was carrying my 30 kg of one luggage bag.
I feel you.
And when I tried to open, I could not open, and then one person from inside opens the door. And seeing completely white-haired lady and white face, I started shouting on top of my voice. And she was like, come, come, come. I could not stop, and the whole hotel came above to calm me down because I was shouting like anything, because I was so scared and everything. I don't know why I got scared of her. So then she calmed me down and everything. And at that time there was Christmas market going on. So she took me to Christmas market.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
She's German?
Yeah, she's German.
Germans are really sweet sometimes.
Yeah. And this lady, and I didn't know a word of German, and she didn't know a word of English.
Oh, just see the connection.
Yeah. And then because that another Italian lady has already ripped me off of 50 euros. So I was like kind of, I'm not gonna pay her anything, and I'm gonna make my distance with her. But she's like, she was so sweet. And next morning I was like, okay, let this lady go, and then I will get up and do my own things. But I saw she was waiting for me at the dining table. I was like, you can't get out of her, you have to. And then she told me that she will help me out. I was like, unfortunately I asked her, how much money do I need to pay her?
Yeah, because you had a bad experience already.
Yeah,
and what did she tell you?
She was like, no money. It like, she felt bad. Because this is what we generally generalize people.
Yes.
That they are helping us for a reason. They are helping us for our money.
Yes.
So she said, no, just no money. And then until now, she's a person.
You still have contact with her?
Yeah. Even in my kitchen, I have her photo.
Oh, that's so sweet.
My whole life, she did everything. She gave me blankets. She gave me every utensil that I use. She gave me every pillow cover, bed sheet, whatever you say. And she was also not from Münster. She was from Duisburg. Now it's another city in Germany, like 150 kilometers away from Münster.
Right.
Whenever I had to, like, she shifted me to a temporary shelter, asked my did my all university formalities for me, went with me to the university, asked for a temporary shelter for me, because she said that being in a hotel will cost me very much. So she made sure that I'm and then she again did all my registration and everything. And my university was closing off on 20th of December. And the place where I was living was a refugee center. Like, university gave me a place, but there was no student. And she made sure that she comes back over there, and she drove me back to her place. I spent another 15 days with her, and she again drove me back. And when I got another place to live, she came and then shifted me over there. Then again, when I got another place,
it's like you met an angel.
Yeah, I call her my Christmas angel.
Oh, sweet.
And she's so sweet, and still every time if she finds or see anything I'm in trouble, she's always there as a mother, you can say.
That's really nice. Yeah. I mean, like, one good thing I like about Germans is like if they are doing something for you, they do it with their whole heart. No?
Yeah.
They just don't do it with half-hearted, and
Yeah.
they really care for you. Like for
Yeah.
me also, like when I did my first internship, I remembered another story. When I did my first internship, I wasn't getting accommodation and I was really struggling. So the company arranged an accommodation for me, and that accommodation that I stayed, the husband was already working in that company. So they not let me stay there. It was in the Black Forest, but the food was free, the accommodation was free. They took me to different places in Europe. I traveled to France for the first time because they took me, and I said I like Bodensee. Like they literally pampered me. That my friend, you know, he even started telling me that this is your parents in Germany. You know, they took so much care of me.
Yeah.
They make sure that I eat food on time, and sometimes when I'm not able to, you know, the HR usually comes and pick me that time, okay? But then like when the HR is not able to pick me, or when the HR is sick or something, that time, you know what they used to tell me? Don't worry, if you cannot go for work, then we are there, we will come and drop you, we will pick you. So like, you know, that really touched my heart, like because these Germans, like people, we have a stereotype that international people, sometimes we have a stereotype that Germans are rude, they are not nice, but no, actually they need time to get to know you. And if they know you better, and if they know that you are a good person and you are a decent person, then I think they are the most sweetest people ever. It will really melt your heart.
And
Yes.
we all have so much stereotype, and with this like this friend of mine, her name is Inga. Like I learned how to love people from her. Seeing I'm brown and she's white, I thought that how can she love me like this since day one, since 1 second she saw me. And I was like, no, I don't have to. My attitude or her attitude was so different. She was like, okay, I have to calm her down. And I was like, no, I don't have to be too close to her. I don't know for what. So when I analyze myself, I see I was a bad person rather than her. She was so sweet, and even with cultural differences, and she was for her, I'm the first Indian ever she met.
But see, the love that she poured upon you, it's like, now it's like she, in this world, if somebody did a good deed to somebody, then it gets passed on. I think that's really beautiful, right? So now that I call you for an interview, like we did not knew each other personally, but you were, you know, really agreed, and you were very happy to come here. And then we are also using some Indian dress, and this is yours. Yes, and it's like we feel a little part of India, although we're in Germany, right? It's like how beautiful, right? Spreading positivity.
Yeah, we all are so different, but we all are so same.
Exactly. At the end of the day, we all come from the same area.
Yeah. And once a Bulgarian guy asked me, like, why you all are say you are Indian, with one of my floor mate in my previous apartment was an Indian, and he was from Coimbatore, Chennai, and we were talking in English because he didn't know Hindi. So we were always talking in English, and we were always cooking together and eating together. And then one Bulgarian asked me, like, you guys look so different, you guys eat so different food, you don't even speak a language. And he said that why you call yourself Indians? You can be like different countries. I was like, that's what India is. And we love to be Indian.
We love to be. There's a lot to learn from India, the diversity.
Yeah.
Like me, I look different, you look different, but we are Indians, right?
Yeah, I said that I don't know what's the power in this word India.
Yeah.
No matter which part, which east, west, north, south, we all are together.
Exactly.
And once we might be fighting with each other, but when it comes to India, we all are together. And especially in foreign country, we all are like one family.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. It's very motivating and really interesting that your story, how she helped you from that point till now, and then how you are, you know, spreading your good deeds. So now we will come to the most interesting part of our show, and that is about your field. So maybe there are some people out there who is interested to join anthropology, study anthropology as a master's here. So could you please tell us more about your field? I'm very interested.
I would say make sure first that you really want to do it. something in this job, because it's not so much lucrative. You might not get so much money paid as compared to engineering, medical, or other courses, even management or some things. There are struggles for securing a job or getting a very, very good salary as compared to other fields. So if someone wants to be in this field for this reason, I would say no.
That's
it's
a good
not.
tip.
Yeah, because sometimes we do to have a good life, right? And it's very much fair, and we all have some expectations and some things from our life. But if you really want to know more about humans, how they do, how religion, how tradition, how culture influence a child, influence a person, how they think, so if somebody is interested, they are most welcome. It's very interesting subject. Not much people know about this. Not many people do these courses. So I think, and there is a huge scope for this, and it's a field that's untouched, you can say. There are so many things to still know how society is working in general, how our perception for something changes us into a human being. So it's a very interesting field, but make sure you are really interested, else it's very boring, very frustrating, because how much you can go and talk to people. Sometimes you're like, okay, I want to do an office job.
Okay, so you mentioned that it's frustrating. So
yeah,
why is it frustrating? Do you have to take interviews to a lot of people, or how is it?
Most of the time it's not based in urban areas. You might have to travel a lot. You might have to travel to villages where there are no basic facilities. You have to live with them for months.
Okay, interesting.
So and if your family is somewhere and you want to live over there, you might not find a job over there. So it's kind of rural life. You have to be for most of researches are done over in rural areas, or to understand more of many topics are based on urban areas as well. Right now my master thesis is for me it's very interesting. It's about highly skilled female migrants who came here on a spouse reunion visa.
Cool.
So it's about all these women come over here. They have been working in India as a
in a good position.
In a good position. Some of them are doctors, some of them are engineers, working for 10 or 15 years, and coming over here, and then they are financially independent. They are not able to find job. How they struggle.
They have to start from the scratch by learning the language.
So, and how they struggle, and then there is fear of being a housewife, once they never thought.
Exactly.
So these my topic is on this, like how they navigate this problem and how their marriage life is affected by this. Migration, we all from outside it seems very fascinating. Oh, I will go to Europe, I will be over there, I will experience this. But in reality, it affects your marriage as well. Your unhappiness, your dissatisfaction does a lot of damage to your personal relationships, your personal health, your mental health. So my thesis is on this.
Very interesting. Once you finish your thesis, I will be the first person to read it.
Thank you.
Yes,
so,
yes.
Struggle with my field, like I did this research for 6 months. Like I found the ladies over here who are who are here on, who are highly skilled and here on a spouse visa, what their struggles.
And how many ladies do you have to find out for your research?
It was not specific, but I talked to 12 ladies. So they were my, and all of them were someone in Cologne, someone in Bremen.
You had
So
to travel there?
yeah. And Cologne to Münster is 2.5 hours. And with the train connections right
A lot
now
of
are
hidden struggles.
so it was a bit
challenging.
Sometimes you don't feel like, and with some people you make such a strong connection and they are having some kind of trouble. So she start telling you everything, and then you are like, okay, I am a researcher, I should tell her because I'm a researcher for her, and there are some limits, ethical limits for us as a researcher. When you are there in the field, you have some kind of ethical considerations. So I always remind her that okay, I'm doing a research, I always have to be ethically correct. So I always said, okay, you are telling me this, it can be by basis, but I'm a researcher, so do you agree? And so it was kind of challenge for me to separate this personal relationship and a researcher kind of thing for me. It was because these females are also doesn't have many friends, they are also feeling lonely. So at night they used to text me or they call me once they have problem. It's very nice to have, but always as a researcher, it's that we don't have to see them as a family member. You have to have your friend and your research protagonist discreet, not the same.
So these were some of your struggles.
Yeah.
Okay. And I am interested, what kind of modules do you study in your field, for example?
Well, one of my module was masculinity and Africa, and especially in Africa in relation to Cameroon. One module was in general, like ethnography, how you do ethnography field work, and basic in the first semester there were area and research, how to conduct research, how to conduct these kind of interviews, or how you participate with the people. And then there was one about religion, because doing research on religion is very very sensitive
topic, especially in Germany.
Yeah, in Germany. And I think for people, like, it's more about how you frame a question that doesn't hurt their religious sentiment. And one was, I took one photo, what do you call, video anthropology. In this we make anthropological movies. And one was about some in Indian anthropology, and one was about media and meditation anthropology.
And what do you learn in media and meditation anthropology?
It was more how media is being shown. For example, I will tell you how Bollywood is using movies to impart nationalism.
Crazy.
So it's like, even in movies, if you see, they have some kind of message to send, and we can always see how media portray women, or how these movies portray nationalism, masculinity, gender. So this was one.
Interesting. I mean, like, we will talk more about your field, or else it will be a very long video, but I'm really interested to know more about your video, just a part of my curiosity. Yeah. So yes, so we are almost in the end, and then I would like to ask you, like, since you are from Bihar, right, there will be some students out there in Bihar who will be interested to apply to come to Germany. So what advice would you like to give them? You could speak in your native language so that you can, connect to them more better. And how do we say hi in Bihar? Or namaste? Okay, Pranamji, Pranamji. Yes, now you will tell some advice to them, right? From your language.
अपना सब ओतऽ की छै जे बहुत लोक बाहर नहीं पढ़ै छथि। एकटा तऽ बहुत ज्यादा फाइनेंशियल प्रॉब्लम भऽ जाइ छै, बहुत बेर लड़की के बिना बियाह के बाहर नहीं पढ़ाबै छी अपना सब, या बाहर नहीं भेजै छै, कतऽ जेतै। इवन लड़को सब जे छथि, लड़का तैयो बहुत हद तक पढ़ै छथि बाहर, एतऽ जते छथि लड़की हम छिए अपना सबके समाजसँ, या एकटा और लड़की छै और केओ नहीं छै। जनरली सब बियाह के बाद या अथी के बाद कर छथि, लेकिन केओ पढ़ऽ नहीं आबै छथि। हम तऽ इएह कहबनि जे अपना लड़कियों के ओनाहे पढ़ाबी, ओनाहे अथी करी, और कोनो अथी नहीं छै अप्लाई केनाइ या अथी केनाइ, सब बच्चा जेना करै छै तेनाहे अथी कर ओहो सब कऽ सकै छथि। और हमरा नहीं लागैए जे एहि सबसँ अपना सब और तरक्की करब और आगाँ बढ़ब एज अ सोसाइटी, सबके बहुत मदद हेतै। और पढ़ाई एकटा एहन चीज छै जे हमरा लागैए सभक अधिकार छै और सभक एकटा कर्तव्य छै जेकरा केनाइ। तऽ हम कहब जे एतऽ कोनो दिक्कत नहीं होइ छै, कोनो दिक्कत नहीं होइ छै, कोनो सब चीज जे हम अहाँ सोचै छियै बिगड़ि जेतै, नहीं बिगड़तै, ओतऽ ओतौ रहि जेतै। ताहि दुआरे हम कहब जे एकरा बढ़िआँसँ सब पढ़ी और अथी करी, इएह आग्रह है।
Sounds really beautiful to me. Yeah. Am I allowed to ask you, how do you say I love Bihar in your language?
हम बिहारसँ प्यार करै छी।
हम बिहारसँ प्यार करै छी।
That's nice.
Yes, so it was really indeed a pleasure, and I had a lot of fun, you know.
Me too.
Yes, doing this interview, like I really get to know more about you, not only about that, but I'm sure it had also helped the audience out there who are interested in your field, and then they could also take some parts where you know, they feel like it's you know, appropriate for them.
Yeah.
And then it's really interesting, and it was really nice to hear the story, how people helped you and how you navigated, how you struggled as a child, and then how you grew up as a teenager, and how did you choose your field, what motivated you to change your field and everything. It was like, you know, going back to 1990s, and then coming to 2023 in like this time, na? And then it was really nice. बहुत नमस्ते और शुक्रिया।
बहुत धन्यवाद।
Yeah, बहुत धन्यवाद जी। Yes. And how do we say thank you in Bihar?
Thank you. Actually, there is no word for thank you in Bihar.
Maybe something similar?
Similar, dhanyavad.
Okay, dhanyavad.
Dhanyavad.
Okay.
For sorry, it is kshama, but for thank you, if somebody knows, like
they can comment down below, right? Yes, interesting. Yeah, so बहुत धन्यवाद और बहुत शुक्रिया. So yes, so guys, thank you so much for watching till the end, and I will see you guys all in the next episode.